Good afternoon, students. Welcome to PHP training. Today we are going to see about conditional statements in PHP. So what are conditional statements? Let's first discuss that. When you are writing code, you may need to perform different actions depending upon different conditions. To achieve this, you can use conditional statements in your code. So over here, we are demonstrating three types of conditional statements. First is if statement. It executes only if the given condition is true, otherwise no output. If else statement, it executes if statement only when if condition is true, otherwise it executes else statement. Third one is if-elseif-else statement. This condition is used when we want to check more than two conditions. So let's see the syntax of all of these conditions. First one is if statement. So over here you can see if is a keyword which is written over here. Inside parenthesis we will be giving our condition, and between this curly braces we will be giving our statement. And if this condition becomes true, then this statement will be executed and this statement will be printed. Next we have if else statement. This is the syntax of that if else statement. Over here we will be assigning a condition, okay, and after that under curly braces we will be putting the statement if this if condition is true, otherwise if this becomes false then else condition will be executed. Now we are moving towards third condition, which is if else if else condition. Over here we are checking multiple conditions, more than two conditions we can say basically. Over here we will be assigning our first condition under if statement, and inside curly braces we are giving the statement if condition is true then this will be executed. Okay, if this is false then it will go to else if condition and it will check whether this condition is becoming true or not. If this condition becomes true then this statement will be printed. Okay, if both the conditions are false then else part will be executed. So let me just start our VS code. So first of all, let's understand what are PHP files. Okay, PHP is a server-side scripting language, which means that it is executed on the server before the results are sent to the client's web browser. In order for the PHP to be executed, it needs to be interpreted by the PHP interpreter, which is often provided by a web server. The Apache web server is a popular choice for running PHP files on a local host because it comes with a PHP module that allows it to interpret and execute PHP code. This means that when you request a PHP file from your local host, Apache will pass the PHP file, execute this file, execute the code, and then sends the result back to the web browser. So let's start our XAMPP control panel first of all. So we will be writing over here XAMPP open. So we got our XAMPP control panel over here. Now we are going to start with our Apache web server first of all. So I'm just clicking on start button. Now I have just started this. Now I can minimize this Apache control panel. Now over here you can see I have a folder which is called demo. In that I will be creating a file which is called index.php. Index.php. Click enter. After that we are ready to proceed. So now I'm just closing this thing. First of all, what I'll do, I'll write this HTML:5 to get this boilerplate template. Okay, over here what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename the title my demo. Okay, inside the body I'll be writing something like h1 tag I'm using over here, PHP demo lecture, something like that. I can write anything. So let's see how this is shown on our web browsers. So for that, we have to first of all start our web browser. And over here, what we have to do, we have to write localhost slash, we have to write the name of the folder which we are using. Okay. So we have to write the name of the folder. So the name of the folder over here is demo. We can just straight away write demo and click enter. As soon as I hit enter, you will see that my index.php file will be running on my web browser, will be displayed, rendered on my web browser. You can see over here PHP demo lecture. So what I have written over here, this thing. So this is rendered on my web browser. Okay, this is rendered on my web browser. So what I'll do, I'll make this thing a little bit smaller, and I'll make this file to be shown over here, and I'll be making this smaller, and I'll be making this like this. Okay, so that we can see over here all the changes whatever we are doing. So let's start with our syntax, PHP syntax basically we can say. So what I'm doing over here, I'm just starting the syntax like we will be using this symbols, less than and greater than symbol, question marks. Inside that we'll be writing PHP, and then we will be clicking enter. Now we are ready to start with our PHP code. Now let's start with our PHP. So I'm creating a variable which is age equal to say 21. Okay, and now I'm just starting to check whether this particular person is eligible for voting or not. Okay, something like that I want to check. So I'll be starting with my first statement, like if statement. If inside parenthesis I have to compare, if age is greater than, okay, greater than 18, then what, then I have to echo you are eligible for voting. Okay, you are eligible for voting. We are now seeing only the first statement, that is if statement. So let's refresh our browser and see what it is printing. Over here you can see you are eligible for voting. That means age is greater than 18, the age value is 21, that means which is greater than 18. It means that this statement, this condition is becoming true. So this line, this statement will be printed on our web browser. Okay, suppose if I change this, if I change this condition, like if age is less than 18, then print this, you are eligible for voting, something like that, whatever we want to print. Let's check that. So what is happening over here, if nothing is printed over here? Okay, why nothing is printed? Because we have given only one condition, like if age is less than 18, then print this. Over here what it is getting, under comments we can see like 21 is less than 18, which is false. So this line won't be printed on our browser. Whereas if I change this comparison operator to greater than, age is greater than 18, in this scenario, what is happening over here? This is happening like 21 is greater than 18. That means that comes to true. So this line, this statement will be printed on our browser. Let's see that first. Yeah, now that is printing. So over here in if statement, if the condition becomes false, then nothing will be printed. Okay, only if the condition is true, then the given statement inside these curly braces will be printed on our web browser. Okay, now let's continue with our if else condition. This was all about if condition, if statement. Basically we can say over here, now I am adding something else, like I'll be adding else condition. What happens if the age of the person is less than, if the age of the person is less than 18? In this scenario, in if statement, if the age was less than 18, nothing was printing. But that is not correct, right? If the age is less than 18, then we should have some output over there. Okay, so in that scenario, what we will do, we will see, like suppose over here, I'm just changing it again. If age is less than 18, okay, you are eligible to vote. No, we will be keeping this only. If age is greater than 18, you are eligible for voting. Else, if the age is less than, if age is less than 18, then I want to print something else. So over here, I'll be writing echo. Inside that, no, you are not eligible. Okay. So over here, let's refresh the browser. We are getting this, you are eligible for voting. Let's change this condition now. Over here, I'm just changing this greater sign to smaller sign, lesser sign. Age is less than 18. So in this scenario, what is happening? This statement is becoming, this condition is becoming false, because we have already seen is 21 is less than 18. Okay, this will evaluate to false. That is why this line won't be printed. Let me comment out this. This line won't be printed. So in this scenario, what will happen? Something else will be printed, like else part will be executed. Now let me just refresh it. You know, you are not eligible. So in this scenario, what we are covering, we are covering two things, like if the condition, if the if statement becomes true, then this line will be executed. Okay, if this condition becomes false, then this line will be executed and shown on the web browser. Now we have suppose third condition, and now we are going to move towards our third statement, that is if else if else condition. Okay, so in that scenario, what we will do, we will do some changes in this. So over here, I am writing else if, and over here, I'm making this change. If age is greater than 18, then you are eligible. Else if, here also we have to specify a condition, like dollar age is equal to, exactly equal to 17 years. Okay, so what it should print, it should print something like, please wait for another 1 year. Okay, this will be executed. If both the conditions, these both conditions become false, then it will move on to the else part, and it will be printing something this, echo, no, you are not eligible. Okay, so over here, let's see what is the scenario. We have given a age which is 21. Now we are checking over here. If age is greater than 18, this condition is becoming true. So if I refresh it over here, we are getting you are eligible for voting. Okay. Now let me change this value to 17. Okay. Now let me refresh my browser. Please wait for another 1 year. That means what? What is happening over here? Over here, this statement is getting, it's converting, is becoming false. That means this statement won't be printed now. Again, my PHP will be going to the next statement, that is else if statement. Over here, it finds like age is equal to 17. Over here, it's already 17. That means this is becoming something like 17 is equal to 17, which is true. So this line will be printed over here. Okay. Now let me just remove this over here. Now let me just change the condition again over here. Suppose the age is 10. Okay. Now what it will be printing on our web browser? Let's see that. No, you are not eligible. So why it is printing no, you are not eligible? Let's understand that first. Over here, the age is 10. So over here, we have seen that if age is greater than 18, 10 is not greater than, over here, we can see 10 greater than 18, which is evaluating to what? False. So this statement won't be printed. This statement won't be printed. Over here, age is age is over here by default age given is 10. So over here we are checking whether 10 is equal to 17. Okay, again, which is false. So in this scenario, what will happen? This line of code, this line of statement will be printed on our web browser. So we are getting this line of statement on our web browser. So this was all about our if else statements. So in our next sessions, we will be moving further and we'll be checking and we will be seeing other concepts. Till then, thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead. Good day. Bye bye. Thank you.